Hello YouTube, and welcome to part 5, I think. I know these could be getting a little long here, but I want to put great detail in this because this is a fun project. No welding required. You need a 4.5 inch grinder with a cutter blade and a drill. I use both cordless and regular. Okay, we got the door taped on here, lined up with our template pattern blueprint, and we used sheet metal screws like you use for stovepipe ductwork. Drilled our hole first, put them on there, got them kind of lined up and tightened on there because they are smaller than the hole. Got these drilled. Okay, we're going to have to cut some of that metal out of there because this door overlaps 1/2 inch, but we came in this way to clear it. So we're clear on the top. You can see where we came in 1/2 inch. These are 2-inch hinges, I think, if I remember right. So you give me 2, and 2 is 4, and 1/2 is 5, gives you an inch in here. I had 3 little ones I could have put on there. That's kind of overkill for this little stove. Okay, won't make this too long. Once you get done doing that, we're going to use some number 8 machine screws and nuts. There's a long one with a nut on it. I have to cut off one, number 8, out of my kit with the little lock washers on the inside. Okay. You seen this part? We'll get this all untaped. We'll get in here. We'll see what has to be cleared on the inside. We'll show you that when we get this all taken off. We're just going to flip the hinge over out of the way for now. Leave these screws in here for now. See what has to be cleared out of the way before we drill the holes bigger for the bolts, because they will have to be drilled a little bit bigger to put these bolts in. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, we got the door untaped. I don't know if I mentioned it, but these hinges were taped on. Door was taped on, the hinges were taped on. I got all that peeled off. I cut the tape off to get the drill there so it don't snag. Okay, you see where I dropped down here? So I'd clear this 1/2 inch. We need to cut this out. We're going to go a little bit bigger than what the size of this nut would. We're just going to take our Dremel, whatever we have. First we're going to drill the hole bigger. But you know what happens when you catch the edge of something. But we will start by drilling the hole bigger. So, the next part you will see of this video is the door bolted on, and show the clearance there, how we close it. We'll save the last for another day or when we're finally done. This will be about the last one of the build here, so be patient. There you go. Oh, and another thing. Put these hinges on both ways. I have this part that has these two, this one and this one, made here. So it's one. See what I mean? Just put them on either way, because they always bind. You may have to put shims behind there, washers. I have some aluminum shim stock, because when you go to close the door, it always binds. Because this hinge is setting too low, it's not as level as this. But this thin of metal, it's not going to matter with this little stove. These will be drilled out bigger to accept these bolts. So that's all ready to drill out. Mark, we'll lay it on a piece of wood, lay it down on a block of wood or something, and be careful, wear your gloves, spin and cut you. But we may drill from this side. Also, you can do it both ways. But part of the video you will see is the door bolted on, and showing the clearance that I put here to clear the nuts and the bolts. Okay, back to... Okay, I'm sure if I had bigger hinges I wouldn't have to do this. I did it on another stove before. In fact, one of my first videos, mini potbelly stove, I had to gouge that out. But I got away with using cheapo hinges. Okay, it does bind. If I shim this up over here, the thickness of this, it would not bind. That is why the hinges bind when you do that. But we don't care, because our latch will hold it tight. Then when it's closed, it's closed. This piece of tin is off the other piece of pipe, the other half, well, less than half. That's where this came from. We'll leave you plenty more for other projects. So there you go for this part. But I'll probably just save the latch for when I'm having a burn video. I can talk about that. We are going to double line the chimney. We're going to put like a can inside of here, double line so it don't run out so fast. This is the big test to see how warped this gets. If this does warp, I will take it off. There's only going to be a rivet here and the two in the back. So I'll take it back off. I'll put another piece of tin in there. I do have some 1/16 inch. Between that and 1/8, whatever is 30 seconds they call it. It's not 1/8 of an inch. So it's not that hard to cut. I can cut a piece. I just won't cut where the chimney is. I'll just maybe notch it out. Something to put in here underneath. If I could do it without putting rivets through there, it'd be nice. Not to that look, but okay. There we go. I cleaned all. Have a stone in my Dremel. Take all the slag out, the stuff from your drill bits so your lock washers work. And I cut the screws off. I don't think we're going to worry about cutting these off. They're inside of there. I could take them out and cut them off in the vise. And then you know what that's like. Always have the nut on first. But I don't think we're going to worry about that. What you don't see don't bother you. There you go. These are 2-inch hinges. I'm sure I mentioned that. I'm sure they are. That's it. Thanks for watching.